It's game 2 of the doubleheader here on the campus of St. Xavier University as the Wolves and Cougars do battle. This time it's the men's programs facing off here on Bob Hallberg Court on the campus of St. Xavier University. Good afternoon, everyone. Ron Luce on the call with you for this one. And if you're joining us a tad late, SXU's women's team downing the Wolves 77-58. A very convincing victory for the Cougars here at home today as the December portion of the schedule is underway. And as for the men's team entering play today at 7-3, looking to improve on that mark under head coach Robert Ford. As the starters are being announced behind us, you can hear them a little bit. We'll give you the 5 for the Wolves. It is number 1, Gregory Wells, number 5, Isaac Hill, number 22, DeMar Reed, number 40, Deshaun Jackson, and number 42, Aris Aduni for the Wolves. Cougars starters will be announced here in a moment, but we have them for you. Starting 5 for the Cougars today, number 0, Drew Bishop, number 2, TJ Babakar, number 5, Kevin Bishop, number 12, Jaden King, and number 30, Cedric Johnson will start for the Cougs here today in this CCAC matchup. We highlighted the Cougs' great start, 7-3 overall in the season, 5-1 in conference play. And they are 4-1 in their last 5 under head coach Robert Ford. And for Cardinal Stritch, it's been a tough start to the year for first-year head coach Creighton Nash. Team is 0-9 to start the year, 0-3 currently in conference play. And that finds them at the bottom of the CCAC standings. Cougars currently sitting in second. Their only loss to undefeated CCAC play Olivet Nazarene, who are 4-0 in conference play, 7-1 overall. So as we highlighted, the Cougars' start to the season has been sensational this year. A number of transfers and impactful transfers at that, flexing their way into the program via Robert Ford, Cedric Johnson, Kevin Bishop, TJ Babakar, among others, playing big roles on this team coming in. And some of the younger guys stepping up as well. Number 3, Trey Ward, a sophomore, redshirted last season, playing a meaningful role off the bench this year. We have yet to see Jack Halverson due to injury, and Tino Shabai also has not played the full season due to injury as well. So this team playing well and not even at full strength yet. It'll be interesting to see what happens once Halverson is fully healthy. 20 minutes are on the clock. First half action is about to start. In this second half of the doubleheader today, it'll be Bishop and Dooney to take the tip, and Bishop will win the tip back to Johnson. And that will get us underway in this CCAC matchup between the Cougs and Wolves. Bishop looking for help, gets it to Kevin Bishop down low. Bishop down in the paint, that's off the mark. And that's collected by number 22, DeMar Reed. And now the Wolves will go to work. Nothing going right now. Good structural defense so far for SXU. Not a lot of movement yet either on the part of the Wolves. Everything's been to the outside. Here's a 3 if it goes, and it does. Big 3 ball from number 1, Gregory Wells. And as for Wells, he is their leading scorer, averaging 12.4 points per game entering play today. Here's Johnson with a missile of a layup off the backboard and out. So still 3-0 Wolves early on. Pace of play starting to pick up just a hair here in the early going as we just move over a minute into play. That's another 3 if it goes, and it does. What a beautiful shot. Number 5, that is the graduate student Isaac Hill. And just like that, the Wolves jump out to a 6-point lead. King pulls up for 2, and he'll convert. Jaden King entering play today is second in the conference in scoring, averaging 20.8 points per game. Obviously a team best as well, and he opens the scoring here for SXU. Good pass down low. They'll feed it back up top. 3 ball if it goes once again. That's off the mark. And Kevin Bishop able to collect the rebound as he hits the ground. He gets it over to number 0, Drew Bishop. Here's TJ Babaker for three. That's off the mark. Wells collects, and the Wolves move quickly. Here's Hill again from the wing for three, off the mark. Good offensive rebound and put back for number 40, Deshaun Jackson. Couple of freshmen in this starting lineup as well for the Wolves. Reed, Jackson, and Dooney, all freshmen. So just two upperclassmen as starters here for this CSU team. King on the move in. Bishop can't put back on the dunk. Instead, he'll collect his own and put it back with the left hand. Good recovery there for number 5, Kevin Bishop. Jaden King just narrowly missing there, and now you start to see this pace pick up. And Isaac Hill called out of play. He did step on the red in that far corner on the other side. Maki Moore and number 11, Julian Barr, will check in here for the Cougars. Jaden King and Johnson getting the first breathers. No other changes as the Wolves still roll with their starting 5. Here's Babaker driving the baseline, and a nice reverse layup there for number 2, Babaker. And the Cougars are within 2, a quick turnaround after the opening 6-0 run to start from Cardinal Stritch. We noted these two head coaches, both still early on in their tenures here in the program, as that nearly gets through and a foul appears to be called, or maybe just a kick. And it looks like that will be the case. Kick ball, so inbound coming here from Stritch on the sideline right in front of head coach Robert Ford. But Robert Ford in his second year here at the helm for SXU. Last season guided this Cougars team to the conference tournament, lost in a heartbreaking buzzer beater to Roosevelt right here in the Shannon Center as Reed's, or pardon me, that looked like Wells' 3 was off the mark. So here come the Cougars, good defense as a team. Here's Maki Moore, fakes the shot, dishes to Barr. That's a corner 3 if it goes, and it does. Julian Barr for 3, and the Cougars out front for the first time today. We noted Robert Ford's success last year, number 4 seed in the conference in his first year. Now they're currently sitting in that second spot. Really good play so far from this Cougars team early on. Maki Moore, oh, he wanted the alley-oop. Able to catch it and then misses on the putback attempt. Babaker fed it to him really nicely, just unable to catch it in stride. Here's Hill for 3 from deep. That won't go. Bishop easily collecting the rebound there. Cougars moving quickly. Barr dishes to Bishop. Bishop in the lane. Draws some contact. No foul called, and he'll miss there. So back and forth they go. Tino Shabai will be checking in here in a moment for SXU as he takes his warm-up long sleeve off. Wells on the far side there. Gets it back to Reed at the point. Reed loses it on the way through. Drew Bishop able to pick up the loose ball. Here come the Cougars. Babaker to the rim. And a foul will be called. Looks like Reed will be called for a blocking foul. That is, in fact, the case. So that will send number 2, Babaker, to the line here. Looking to add 2 more points for SXU. And misses the first opportunity. There is the substitution. Shabai checks in. Bishop will get a breather on the bench. So 3 starters already resting for the Cougars early on here in the first half as Babaker collects a point there on the second free throw. And the Cougs go to work with a 2-point lead. Here come the Wolves. This is Wells. We'll kick it over to Reed there on the far wing. And they'll play catch at the top. Looking to open something up down low. And that's Hill coming all the way across. They get it down low to Dooney. And he'll lose it. Good strip there. Looks like Drew Bishop got a hand in. Now Maki Moore has it. Babaker on the drive. Working against pressure at the rim and will draw the foul. That'll be number 40, Deshaun Jackson. That's his second, or pardon me, that is his first team second. And that'll send Babaker back to the line once again. This time he will convert on the first free throw. Looking to go 2 for 2 with 14:40 remaining here in half number 1. And he will go 2 for 2. So the Cougars now 4-point advantage here early on. That early run from Cardinal Stritch has now evaporated. After a 6-0 lead, Cougars have stormed back on a 12-2 run to take the lead. There's a misfired pass from Wells. It looks like he might have wanted Reed, but Reed began cutting to the basket. And we'll get our first time out as Cardinal Stritch wants to talk things over. 14-19 officially on the clock left in this first half. 12-8 your score. We're going to step aside for a breather. We'll be right back with you here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. As we noted, 14-19 left here in the first half. Ron Luce on the call with you here for the second leg of the doubleheader today. A couple of substitutions. Cedric Johnson, Jaden King return to the floor. That's Moore, Barr, and Babaker still out there as well. Here's King for 3. That's short and just off the mark. Reed able to collect the rebound. They'll turn around and get things going quickly for the Wolves. The Wolves wearing their road blacks today as Dooney puts one off the glass and in. And that's for the Cougars, their home whites, the attire with the red trim. Here's Moore in the corner for 3. That's too far. And Reed will collect once again another opportunity. Here's Hill. Nice move at the bucket, avoiding a hand. And that's a quick 4-0 run for the Wolves to tie this thing at 12 apiece in the early going. Babaker on the drive, makes his way down to the baseline, now in the paint. Good kick outside to Barr and now to Moore. From the wing for 3. Maki Moore off the mark, and Hill will collect the rebound on the far side. 13-14 and counting to go here. The Wolves on a nice little run. Coming out of that timeout, looks like it served its purpose. Changing the momentum just a hair as the Cougars were going, and now Dooney able to collect and finish, and now Robert Ford is going to take a timeout after the Wolves jump back out in front. 14-12. You know the drill. We'll step aside for a quick breather. We'll be back with you here in just a second on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everyone. Timeout has concluded. Both teams have now burned a timeout already here in the early going. Cougar possession now. They trail by 2 after originally taking a 4-point lead. A nice 6-0 run for the Wolves has drawn them back out in front. Moore will get it down to Bishop, who has checked back in for the Cougars. He'll kick out to Moore. Over to Barr for 3 from the wing. Just short and off the mark. And here come the Wolves. Cougars have struggled thus far from beyond the arc. They are just 1 of 6 thus far here in the early going. Wolves not shooting terribly better, just 2 of 7 themselves from beyond the arc as well. That ball is tipped on the way through. Kevin Bishop comes away with it. Here come the Cougars. Barr looked like he wanted to pull up from 3, instead dribbles it out. Now Johnson will pull up from the corner. That's no good. Rebound collected once again by number 5, Isaac Hill. Wells collects. Little floater in the lane, and then Reed tried to do a putback slam. Unable to successfully do so. Here come the Cougars. Johnson with it on the near wing, gets it down low to Kevin Bishop. He's working against, this is number 33, Darren Ford, and a good bucket there for number 5, Kevin Bishop. He's had a strong season for the Cougars. We mentioned Jaden King averaging 20.8 so far on the season, but Bishop, a sensational start himself, averaging 17.3 so far. And as for Cedric Johnson, a 16.2 average on the season. Those are your top 3 scorers for the Cougars in the early going of the campaign. Here's Wells. He'll dish to Jackson. That's denied by Johnson. Great clean block by the point guard. Here comes Johnson with a head of steam. He'll dish to Babaker. Pulls up for 3, and he nails it. Three-pointer is good. Cougars climb back out in front by 3. 17-14 now here. Excellent work by the Cougars, utilizing their timeout to full effect to find themselves back out in front. Reed collects this. Has to go up and get it at the point. He kicks it over to Wells. Reed loses it. Maki Moore with pressure. Here come the Cougars after the loose ball. He'll kick. Moore. Corner 3 was there. He'll pass it instead. It's Babaker now on the drive. They'll kick back out. Moore for 3. Off the mark. Good rebound by Kevin Bishop, though, to collect and put back. Kevin Bishop went up over everyone just like Randy Moss would do back in the day and took care of business, collecting that offensive board and putting it back for 2. Now a 5-point advantage for the Cougars. And we'll have a couple substitutions coming here in just a few moments as well for both sides. Wells kicks it down low to Ford. Ford working against Kevin Bishop. And a foul will be called against Bishop. Bishop asking for an explanation from the FAR official. Still chatting with the official and looking like having a good conversation of why it was called. We'll have to see good communication between officials and players, and it looks like almost wholesale changes coming for the Cougars. Just a pair of substitutions upcoming here for Cardinal Stritch. Ford will miss there, and now here come all the changes. Barr, Moore, Kevin Bishop, and Babaker will all head to the bench. Here comes Trey Ward, Jaden King, Drew Bishop, and Tino Shabai to join Cedric Johnson. And checking in for the Wolves is freshman number 25, Monte Maryberry. And it looks like there will be one more substitution. It looks like we'll see Aris Dooney checking back in as well. Johnson, nice move with the left hand. Can't get it to go, just a hair short on the floater. Trying to extend the lead further, and here come the Wolves. Jackson kicks to Reed, makes a move. Nicely done, gets it to Wells. His three-pointer just off the mark. Johnson able to collect the loose ball. Johnson will take it himself all the way to the rim. Good move, draws the foul. It looks like it'll be against number 1, that is Gregory Wells. So that'll send number 30, Cedric Johnson, to the line. And he'll convert free throw number 1. Here is Dooney returning now in place of Ford. So a quick stint on the court for number 33, Darren Ford. Lots of freshmen earning playing time here with this Cardinal Stritch team under first-year head coach Creighton Nash. And certainly a young ball club that will improve over the years. Their record this year certainly easily discouraging, but young coach, young players, it'll all come together as they gel more. Good defense so far from the Cougars, just 7 to shoot for the Wolves. Jackson will get it down low to Dooney. Dooney puts up a floater and it goes. Good recovery by CSU, nearly a shot clock violation. Now here comes Jaden King quickly. That's off the glass and in. Nice spin move and a finish with the right hand for Jaden King. That gives King 4 on the day. Babaker currently the leading scorer with 8 thus far. Crazy statistic already. Kevin Bishop already with 8 rebounds. How about that? 6 points as well for the junior transfer from Cleveland, Ohio. Via Pikeville is the latest stop. There's the inbound for the Wolves from the baseline. Dooney gets it over to Jackson. Gregory Wells down to Dooney. Shabai guarding tightly, and that'll be passed to no one. Perhaps the young little boy in the front row is the intended target of that pass. Jaden King will inbound here for the Cougars with 8.5 to play. This is the Oak Lawn native Trey Ward. Local product, Oak Lawn Community High School, former Spartan. Shabai, 3-ball if it goes, and it does. Tino Shabai for 3. Good vision, nice dish from Trey Ward to see Shabai open beyond the arc. And for a big man, he doesn't miss very often. You love to see a big guy able to hit on that pop-out 3 at the point. He does there, and with 8:01 to play, that ball looked like kicked out of bounds. Shabai tried to recover it, and it will be Wolves' possession. Cougars with a 10-point advantage now after this latest little run. Dooney looking for reinforcements, finds it via Reed here on the near side. He'll pass it around. It ends up with Wells, and he'll look to drive. Good move. Off-balance shot won't go, but a good cleanup with the offensive rebound for number 42, Aris Dooney. Now here's Jaden King with it, everything to the top right now. King on the drive, and he'll finish with the right hand. Jaden King, such a freak athlete for this Cougars team. The senior from St. Paul, Minnesota, 6'6", and he uses that massive wingspan in instances like that. An easy layup for the former Tiffin and Western Illinois product. Here's Wells on the floater off the glass, won't go. Bobbles around and ends up back with Wells. Here's Reed now on the drive, and a nice kick down low to Dooney. He's doing the damage down low. Aris Dooney collects another 2. King moving quickly. He'll dish. That's Drew Bishop on the far side. Shabai. Ward open for 3 from the wing, and he doesn't miss. Trey Ward for the Trey. A big 3 there for the sophomore guard, and the Cougars are out in front by 11 with 6:40 and counting to play. Wells will collect here on the near wing, gets it down low to Dooney. This might as well be a free throw, and it's off the mark. Here comes Cedric Johnson quickly. Not worried about numbers. He'll take it himself. Off the glass, gets the rolling in. Nice move by Cedric Johnson, and the run and gun will work. The Wolves will take a timeout. The Cougars lead by 13. And we will take a quick breather and be back with you here in just a moment on the Cougars Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. The buzzer has gone. Timeout coming to a conclusion here with 6:21 to play in the first half. Ron Luce on the call with you here today. The second half of the doubleheader here as the women's programs for these two universities squared off at 1 o'clock here today. SXU's women coming away with a 77-58 victory. Big blowout win for the Cougars, and they improved with their 8th win of the season. They currently sit pretty high up in the conference standings as well in the CCAC, as the men do as well, and they're looking to continue that here today. Certainly this 13-point lead aiding thus far. Here comes Reed for the Wolves quickly. Good defense here from the Cougars. Jaden King, Trey Ward shadowing him. And now Bishop works his way through a screen. Wells with it. He'll kick it out to Reed. Pulls up for the 2. That's no good. Good offensive rebound, however. And then a foul will be called as King and Wells were trying to compete for that pass. Mayberry with the offensive board there. Third team foul on the floor, so it's just a inbound from the far sideline. It will be Mayberry to do the honors. 5:55 to go here in half numero uno. Oh, and Jackson will lose that. He wasn't ready for that. Trey Ward with it. He's got Reed with him, a little Euro step, and he'll convert for 2 points. Good play by Trey Ward. It looked like Deshaun Jackson just wasn't ready for it. He looked like he was about to cut down into the paint as that pass hit him in the upper shoulder. And Trey Ward heads up play, knowing his surroundings, knowing where the defender was as Reed was shadowing him all the way down the court. And King nearly takes one away there. Gets a high five from Robert Ford as well. And that's one thing certainly worth noting so far about this Cougars program this year is they're having fun playing under head coach Robert Ford. We've seen some cool clips from some of their post-game celebrations after victories on the road with the guys in the locker room and head coach Robert Ford getting involved in on the fun. You know the team's buying in and they're feeling it when everybody's having fun and smiling. That's a big three-pointer right there for the Wolves. Excellent shot from Gregory Wells, team's leading scorer. Here comes Trey Ward. He'll kick it outside for Barr on the far wing. Barr will take it in himself, tries to get it to go off the glass, won't. And now the Wolves, again, trying to chip away at this lead. See if they can get it down low. Ars Dooney doing all the damage so far. He leads the team with 10 points, but that's a big three. Wells will convert there. Chip away they will. Just a 9-point lead now here for the Cougars. Two big three-pointers from Gregory Wells. Really gets the Wolves right back in the groove. Here's Drew Bishop. Kicks out to Shabai. Three-pointer if it goes, and it does. Tino Shabai with the big three. And the Cougars will resurrect their double-figure lead. 38-26 now your score as we wind towards 4 minutes to play. Hill wanted to pull up from three, instead will dish to Dooney. Jackson out to Wells. The hot hand shoots, and he will get another. Gregory Wells cannot miss from beyond the arc right now. He's already got 12. That's better than his average as Barr unable to connect there. Here come the Wolves. Quickly in transition. Hill looking for reinforcements with it on the far side. Mayberry at the top, gets it to Jackson at the point. They'll run it through him. Here's Dooney down low in the paint. Makes one move, makes another. Off the glass and in for Aris Dooney. Excellent play by the big man down low. And it looks like this latest run for the Wolves will bring some starters back in here for the Cougars off the bench. We'll have a number of substitutions in a moment. Here's King for three. That's good. Jaden King from the near corner. And 10-point lead is restored after that latest three. Wells with it. Ever dangerous as we've just seen. And King nearly picks that off. Wells, nice behind the back dribble. He'll pull up, draws the foul. And it will be 3 shots for Wells. Looking to make it just a 7-point game if he goes 100% here from the line. Well, this is the second half, as we noted, of the doubleheader for today. The Cougars are back in action a week from today. The men's team, that is, against Viterbo University. It'll be a 3 o'clock start right here on Bob Hallberg Court. We certainly hope you'll join us for that one. Should be a great game as well, and wholesale changes now for the Cougars. 4 fresh faces. TJ Babaker, Cedric Johnson, Kevin Bishop, and Maki Moore will check in here. Jaden King, the lone player still on the court. And there is the 3 points, so a big swing there as Wells is able to convert on all 3. That gives him a game-high 15 at the moment as well. Good pass from Bishop. Kicks to Moore. Out to Babaker. He'll drive. Nothing there. King pulls up for 3 from the wing, and he's feeling it. Jaden King with another 3. And that will give Jaden King double figures on the day. That's his 10th, 11th, and 12th points of the afternoon. 2:23 and counting to play here in half number one. Here's Dooney. He'll kick it out to Mayberry. Good ball movement from the Wolves. Wells wanted it, gets it down low to Jackson. Jackson off the glass, it won't go, and nice play by Jaden King to secure the rebound. Moving quickly is King. He'll dish to Bishop, and pass just a hair out of Kevin Bishop's reach. Moore staying strong with the ball carrier and into the front court. Johnson wanted to snag that one away. Here's Mayberry from the corner for three, and he'll find it. Good run here for the Wolves late in this first half, keeping pace with the Cougars, who, all things considered, are still shooting incredibly well. There's Babaker, that's him on the far side. He gets it down low to Bishop. Bishop working against Dooney. The nice fake. Dishes to King, and King's got an easy two on the layup. Good vision from number 5, Kevin Bishop. And the Cougars still lead here by 9, 1:22 to play in half number one. Wells looking to set up the offense. Hill gets it up at the top. Now Wells will take the three. That's just short off the mark. Babaker securing the rebound, and now Wells will be called for a foul. Got a piece of Babaker, who had a head of steam coming up the court. It'll be Wells' second of the day, the only player with 2 fouls. Babaker will inbound right in front of the scorer's table. And substitution, Wells will get a breather here as Reed checks back in. No other changes on the floor for either side. And here come the Cougars. Babaker will work against Mayberry. Plenty of time to shoot as we are about to wind, under a minute left to play. King working against Jackson, backs him off, pulls up for three, and he's got it. Jaden King is feeling it right now. That'll give him 17 on the day. He's 7 of 9 from the field. 3 of 4 now from beyond the arc after that latest three-pointer. Here's Reed. Has to spin out thanks to the defense. Hill with it, looking for assistance. He gets it in the form of Jackson. Reed pulling up for three. Far wing, that's good. That's a beautiful shot for number 22, DeMar Reed. And with 24 seconds and counting to play, the Cougars will slow things down. No shot clock, it's gone. 9-point lead. Looking to add to that before the half. Babaker on the drive, now on the far wing. Working against Mayberry. Kicks it all the way to Moore on the near side. Out to Jaden King, and now a foul will be called. King's feeling it, though, as he converted on that shot. And it looks like an offensive foul away from the ball. It might have been on number 23, Maki Moore. Looks like we'll need a little bit of floor maintenance ahead of the half. 3.4 officially as it reads here on the game clock. So inevitably for the Wolves, this is a quick catch and shoot opportunity. Unfortunate for Jaden King. He nearly reached 20 points just in the first half. After converting on the shot that didn't count thanks to the foul away from the ball. So it'll be Hill to inbound from the baseline. As we mentioned, just 3.4 seconds left to play. Wells collects. He's going to have to get it off. Does from half court, and he'll narrowly miss. And that'll take us to the half. 49-40 your score. Cougars out in front. We'll step aside. The dance team will perform here at the half. And we'll take a break as the players will. We'll see you for second half action in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are about 30 seconds away from the start of second half action. I'm Ron Luce on the call with you for this one. Cougars out in front 49-40. Very entertaining first half indeed. Both teams going on pretty substantial runs at different points in that half. And we should be set for an incredible finish, not only in the CCAC conference game, but also just the nature of how this one has played out so far. Leading scorers in the game so far, a pair of double-digit scorers for the Wolves. Gregory Wells leads the team with 15 points, and Aris Dooney has 12 points of his own. For the Cougars, it's Jaden King leading the way, 17 points in the first half, and TJ Babaker currently the second leading scorer with 8. Crazy stat of the first half, Kevin Bishop already with 8 rebounds in this one. Also has 6 points to go along with that. He is tied for the third most points on the team with Tino Shabai. Jackson will inbound into Wells, and we are underway with second half action in this CCAC contest between Cardinal Stritch University and St. Xavier University. The trap coming. Hill able to escape the pressure, and now Wells will pull up for 3. And Wells right out of the gate in the first half, and now some tempers flaring as Wells gets in the face of number 0, Kevin Bishop. Pardon me, Drew Bishop, that is. Kevin Bishop holding him back and keeping their bodies in between. Looks like everybody's okay now. Tempers have settled. What a big 3 coming right out of the half for Wells. That'll give him a game-high 18 now. He's been electric from beyond the arc, too. 5 of 9 shooting from three-point range, and they're trying to, I think, figure out what to call here. The coaches now will come over and speak with the officials. So Robert Ford and Creighton Nash having a discussion here. And seems like they're talking through what just occurred in the play. So it might be dual technicals. Love to be a fly on the wall down there. Hard to hear from our vantage point. Coaches shake hands, so it looks like all is well and dandy. And we'll get an indication, I think, here from our PA guy in just a moment on the situation at hand as the official has a conversation with the scorer's table. So they'll call effectively offsetting technicals on Bishop and Wells. All is fine otherwise. Cougars ball after the bucket, and we're back underway. Here is TJ Babaker now, and he'll dish to the aforementioned Drew Bishop. Starting 5 on the floor for the Cougars. Also starting 5 out there for the Wolves to begin this second half. Here's Kevin Bishop working against Dooney down low. He'll kick out to Johnson for 3, and he'll convert. Cedric Johnson matching Wells' three-pointer from a few moments ago. And the 9-point lead is restored after that latest bucket. And here's Wells working with it now at the point. He'll give way to Jackson. Reed back over to the Jackson. They're waiting to get something going down low. Good tip pass from Dooney. And Hill is stripped from behind. Great play by Jaden King. And now a foul will be called on the floor. It looks like it will go against the Wolves. And they'll inbound are the Cougars. It was Babaker to Bishop, back to Babaker now here at the point. Cougars wanted to go quickly in transition there, and that's what drew the foul from the Wolves, as Jaden King was the one to entice them into it, and now Bishop able to back down Dooney for another 2. Double digits is the Cougars' lead once again. Wells waiting for the offense to set up. He'll dish to Hill, and he'll get it right back. Now Wells on the drive, unable to take advantage of the screen. Now King will poke it away. Here comes Drew Bishop, and Bishop will not be able to finish at the rim, but Babaker there for the offensive rebound, and he will finish for the 2 points. Good work from Bishop and Babaker. And now the Wolves with a little bit of work to do here. 13-point lead now for the Cougars. Nice little run for them following the Wells three-pointer. Here's Dooney up top. He'll kick to Wells on the wing. Wells drains another three. His sixth three-pointer of the day already. And now Bishop looking to match him, and he will. Drew Bishop with the big three and answers Wells. Keep an eye on Wells. He'll certainly look to do it again. He'll dish this time to Reed. Now down low, it's Dooney working almost in the corner and gets it back to Reed up top. Everything to the outside right now for the Wolves, trying to get something going down low. Reed will pull up from the wing. That three ball off the mark. Good offensive board for Jackson. He'll dish, and now Reed from two, and he's got an easy J. DeMar Reed able to pull up there from the mid-range and flawlessly finishes. Still an 11-point lead for the Cougars as King's floater won't go, and that'll go off of Kevin Bishop and out of play as Bishop tried to secure that rebound. Now Wells will dish to Jackson, and the Wolves will try to work the offense here in the half court. Dooney will let that one go, and he'll get it right back after Wells runs it down. Here's Wells on the outside. Another three ball, this time off the mark. And a good offensive rebound by Dooney will draw a foul. It'll be on number 0, Drew Bishop. That's his second. Worth noting for Wells, however, already 3 fouls in this game, so he'll have to play clean defense down the stretch. Otherwise, the Wolves will lose arguably their best shooter in today's game. Here's Dooney now working down low against Bishop. Good move by Dooney, and he'll get it to finish. Excellent play there by the freshman Aris Dooney. Now here's Johnson working against Wells. Looking for help, and he'll get it in the form of Drew Bishop. Over to Babaker. On the far side, working against Reed one-on-one. And that pass tipped. Bishop unable to secure it, so it will be possession Wolves. One of the CSU defenders got a hand on it on the way through. Not sure exactly who. And Wells will bring it forward now for the visitors. Big pass. Good read by Johnson, though. Interrupted it for the moment, and Hill unable to finish on the floater. Here come the Cougars. Kevin Bishop, loose ball. Who ends up with it? It's Kevin Bishop. He'll kick it out to Johnson. And now they'll slow things down a hair. Good move, Johnson working against Wells, and he'll draw the foul, and that'll be on Wells. So we just discussed Wells' foul trouble that is upcoming. He now has 4. So he is 1 away from fouling out of this game, and there is still a lot of time to play, folks. 15:21 as it reads here on the game clock in the Shannon Center. So Johnson will shoot 2 here. Cougars leading by 9. Make it 10 after the first free throw connects. And Wells will get a breather here on the bench now as number 25, Monty Mayberry, will check in. Duluth, Minnesota native. Monty Moore looks like he'll be checking in here in a moment as well as Johnson hits the second free throw. 11-point lead now for the Cougars. Moore will replace Johnson for the time being. And it looks like all changes are assessed. Hill and Reed will serve as the primary ball handlers now with Wells on the bench. Expect not too many other changes. Here's Jackson up top. Kick to the corner. Mayberry for 3 from the corner. Won't go. And bodies everywhere. And it will be Cougars possession. They'll call a foul on number 40, Deshaun Jackson. That's just his second of the afternoon. Trying to go up and over everybody and ended up landing on a couple of SXU players. Bishop will kick. Down low to King. King working hard, able to get the layup to go. Jaden King having himself a day. That's 19 now on the afternoon. He'll certainly most likely add to that at some point here. Staying right consistent with his average for the season. 20.8 as we mentioned coming today. That's second best in the CCAC. Only Tyler Schmidt of Olivet Nazarene has more, averaging 24.1 entering play today. Here's deep three from Hill. That's off the mark, and it'll sail out of bounds. Counted as a shot as it grazed the rim, but unfortunately it dribbles out of play on the far side, and that will give way to the Cougars. King will inbound here to TJ Babakar, and we'll be back underway. 14:09 and counting to play here. Cougars in front by 13. And now the Wolves without their leading scorer. He's on the bench. King, three ball, off the mark. Mayberry collects the rebound. Here come the Wolves. Quickly moving. Jackson, good dish. Moving around the outside do the Wolves. Now Jackson will have it. Kicks inside to Dooney, and a foul will be called. It looks like Maki Moore will be tagged with the pushing foul. That'll send the freshman Aris Dooney to the free throw line here for two. The Thessaloniki, Greece native. This CSU program with a number of foreign exchange students that are here. A couple of players on the roster hailing from the likes of Serbia, Australia, and as we mentioned, Greece. A very unique roster makeup for the Wolves as Dooney converts on the second shot. And now a substitution appears to be coming. Dooney will get a well-deserved breather, and it'll be number 33, Darren Ford, checking in. As we mentioned, Wells still sitting on the bench right now. Certainly a tough player to have to sit out, but 4 fouls will certainly get you in that kind of trouble. Here's Johnson working against Hill. Nice fake and turnaround. Jay for number 30, Cedric Johnson. Here's Mayberry. That's a three if it connects. It's way off. Misses overhead, and Jaden King like a wide receiver connecting. Oh, behind the back with the beautiful floater from Jaden King. He is absolutely feeling it today, folks. And that'll give Jaden King 21, exceeding his season average. Here's Reed pulling up for two. That's just off the mark, a hair short. And King will collect and take it forward for the Cougars. Another behind-the-back move. Off the glass, unable to connect, however, is King. Here come the Wolves. Hill with a nice behind-the-back move. Now it's poked out by King. Ford runs it down on the floor, and the Wolves still have it. Reed will give it back to Ford. He's working on the baseline against Tino Shabai. Looking for help, finds it via Hill. Hill with the teardrop floater, won't go. Reed connect with the... Reed able to find the rebound, and now Cedric Johnson will pick up a foul. So that'll send Reed to the line here to shoot two with 12:24 to play. As we noted, this Cougars team is back in action a week from today right here against Viterbo at 3 o'clock. We hope you'll join us for that one. Then they'll be on the road on the 14th at Viterbo, so a home-and-home quick turnaround there. And then a couple of home games to end the December slate. They'll host Huntington here 2 weeks from today on the 17th. On the 20th, there'll be a men's-women's doubleheader with Trinity Christian College just down the road. And they'll finish up the 2022 calendar year right here on New Year's Eve. Hopefully you'll join us for that one. They'll play Goshen of Indiana. That's a 3 o'clock start before we ring in the new year. Reed hit on the first one, looking to hit on the second one now. And he will. A little friendly roll as well on top of it. Still a 14-point game, but the Wolves certainly not going away. We mentioned tough having Wells on the bench right now, their leading scorer. He's got 21 in this one. Those 4 fouls probably going to keep him on the bench for a while. Here's Maki Moore for 3. It's good. Maki Moore with another 3-pointer, and the Cougars extend their lead. Ooh, and Johnson nearly steals it. Reed able to collect it, though, and he'll pull up for 2. That's short. TJ Babaker comes away with another rebound. Cougars starting to pick the pace up here just a bit. Nice drive by Babaker, and he'll finish off the glass with the left hand. And a timeout taken by the Wolves. The Cougars going on a run. It is now a 19-point lead for the home team with 11:35 to play in half number 2. We'll step aside just for a quick breather. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you here in just a second on the Cougars Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 11:35 left here in the second half of this one. Ron Luce on the call with you today for today's doubleheader. This is the second leg of said doubleheader. The women squared off earlier today, 77-58. The Cougars took that one. And SXU looking for the doubleheader sweep with a victory in this one today. Cougars holding on to a 19-point lead as we speak, 72-53. And that drew the Wolves timeout. As we mentioned, Wolves without their leading scorer right now. He's sitting on the bench in foul trouble. That is number 1, Wells. And a nice move for Reed in the paint. Able to secure the floater off the backboard and in. The Wolves will continue to try and chip away at this Cougars lead. Here's Babaker. Foul on the floor. The Cougars will inbound from the baseline. DeMar Reed called for the foul there. Here's Babaker, fakes the 3, takes a sidestep, and he'll convert from the corner. 3-ball TJ Babaker, and now it's a 20-point lead for the Cougs. Ford over to Reed. He'll kick it out to Mayberry on the far side, and now he'll get it back to Hill on the near side. Looking for anything are the Wolves. Good coverage defensively from the Cougars right now. Hill pulls up from 3 from the near wing. That won't go. And Mayberry able to secure it after the Reed tip, and now they'll get it back. Moore able to swat the pass away, and here's Babaker. To the rim, no good. And an offensive foul is called against TJ Babaker. A look of confusion gracing Babaker's face. But the official said offensive foul, and it will be Wolves' possession. As a result of the foul, that'll draw number 3, Trey Ward, back into the game. Babaker, the second leading scorer so far for the Cougars, 15 points. He's 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line as well. 3 rebounds, 2 assists as well on the day for him. Off to a great start. He'll get a little breather after that latest foul. Here's Ford pulling up from the free throw line. That's no good. Number 11, Julian Barr, who also freshly checks in, will secure that one and lead the Cougars forward into the front court. Johnson, the lone starter, still out there. Here's Shabai taking it to the rim. That's off the mark, and he's able to tip it back out to his teammate Barr. Barr on the move to the rim. Off the mark. Good move, however, by number 11, Julian Barr. Just unable to finish at the rim. Here's Mayberry pulling up for 3. That's off the mark, and the aforementioned Julian Barr able to secure the rebound. Here come the Cougars. Shabai waits and hands it off to Johnson. Johnson working hard against Mayberry, draws the foul, and one for number 30, Cedric Johnson. He'll go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. The whole Cougars bench on their feet after that latest one. They are certainly feeling themselves right now. Johnson converts, three-point play secured. And just like that, 78-55 is your score. There's Mayberry down low. He'll kick it out to Reed. That's a three if it goes, just off the mark. Good rebound forward, but it's taken away by Maki Moore. Here come the Cougars. This is Trey Ward. He'll dish to Shabai. Nothing home. So they'll hang on a minute and give it back to Johnson. He kicks. Barr for three. And that's off the mark. Just narrowly missed. Good look, however, for Julian Barr. And the Wolves look to continue chipping away at this lead. Jackson for three. A hair long, and Shabai using his size to go up and get the rebound. Barr will slow things down and ignite the offense for the Cougars. Step back three-pointer. Just a hair short, but Moore able to take it back, and now a offensive foul is called against Maki Moore. DeMar Reed taking that charge, and Robert Ford sharing a laugh with the official who called the foul. And we'll have a substitution for the first time today. We'll see number 45, Jack Walsh, the Orland Park native, Sandburg High School product, an Elmhurst University transfer, almost said college. They recently became a university in the last few years. 8:30 and counting to play here in the second half. Jackson pulls up for two, and that's good. The Cougars go into deeper parts of the bench now with this large lead of theirs. Here's Trey Ward dribbling into the paint. He'll kick out to Barr. To Maki Moore on the far side. For three, it's good. Maki Moore for another three-pointer. 81-57. Wells back in the game, and he'll pull up, and he's got another three. Gregory Wells with 24 points on the day. He's 7 of 12 from beyond the arc. Shooting at an impressive clip from range. They need him back in this one if they're going to chip away at this lead. Shabai kicks. Ward open. Three-pointer. It's good. Trey Ward for the tray. And the Cougars are piling it on. 24-point lead. Here as we wind deep into the second half. Jackson with the floater from the free throw line. It's good. So another two for the Wolves, and Cougars looking to add once again. Here's Barr working up top, drawing a couple defenders, and was looking for a foul call, but nothing is called. However, it still appears to be Cougar possession, and it will be, so they'll inbound from the baseline. And Trey Ward will do the honors. Gets it into Walsh. He has it on the far side over there. Gets it back over here to Ward. Barr from the corner for three. That's just off the mark, and now it looks like Walsh will be called for a foul. And indeed, that is the case. So that will send Aris Dooney to the free throw line. The first portion of the bonus secured as the Cougars have 17 fouls in this half. Dooney's free throw off the mark. Walsh secures the rebound. So 6:50 and counting to go. The Cougars holding on to a 22-point advantage for the time being. And they are not stopping anytime soon. Walsh with the left hand from under the hoop. And they'll restore the 24-point lead. Wolves need to answer and answer quickly if they have any hope in chipping away at that massive lead the Cougars currently secure. And that's a misfired pass. I think he was looking for Dooney, just off the mark. And now here come the Cougars. Shabai pulling up for three. He wants in on the party. And Walsh ultimately knocking that out of play. So that'll result in Wolves' possession. Here's their leading scorer, Wells. Game high scorer as well. Jaden King, only other player, above 20 points. Hill will get it out to Jackson, and they'll reset. Wells with it now, guarded by Moore. And he'll drive, under 10 to shoot. He'll misfire, but draw the foul. It looks like it'll be number 45. Once again, that is Jack Walsh. That'll send Gregory Wells to the line here. And he'll convert on free throw number 1. Wells look to go 2 for 2 here. And he does. 86-64 now your score. Trey Ward working against Jackson now, and he comes in with a head of steam. Kicks. Moves it over. Shabai does to Moore, and Ward will get it right back up at the point. Ward on the drive. Pulls up for the J, and he'll convert for 2. Trey Ward with a nice pull-up J. And still that 24-point deficit are the Wolves battling. Here's Jackson in the paint. Kicks it out to Hill. That's a 3 if it's good. Off the mark. Trey Ward secures the rebound. Ward. Moore! The big slam with the oop! From Ward to Moore. Then the Cougars are showing off now. Alley-oop slam by Maki Moore. Cougars lead 90-64. And that's a big 3 from Hill. What a response by the Wolves. Deficit be damned. That's a big shot in order to keep the Wolves in this thing at all. Moore pulling up for 3 now. That's no good. Walsh securing the rebound. That's just short. Loose ball. It's bouncing everywhere, and it ends up with the Wolves. That's Jackson. No foul was called there after bodies hit the deck, and now Ward's able to get a hand on that one. It'll deflect out of play. Still CSU possession here as number 33, Darren Ford, checks in. And now also number 21, Carlos Valentin, the freshman from Bowen. Gets his first look of the day. Cougars starting to unload the bench with 4:24 to play. Good move by Ford. Walsh will be called for a foul. So that'll send Ford to the line here. 4:21 still to go. 90-67 your score. Good presence today for the Cardinal Stritch fan base, just hailing north of the border from Milwaukee, so not a too terrible trip down here. And Ford unable to convert on the first free throw. Women's team also hanging out here in the stands after their game early on. And Ford is 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Barr secures that rebound. The Cougars will go back to work. Trey Ward looking for an open man, finds Tino Shabai. They'll kick it out to Valentin. 4-3, just off the mark. Good shot by the freshman, however. Open look on the near wing. And they'll go back to work. Dooney to Hill. Hill will convert again for 3. He's feeling it now. Isaac Hill with another 3-pointer. It's his 3rd of the day. And that'll take him into double figures. That'll give him 11 on the afternoon. Here's Trey Ward looking for anybody. The floater is just short. And now here come the Wolves. Hill leading the charge. He'll take it himself. Bodies hit the floor and looks like a good clean play. Here's Trey Ward. Dish to Valentin off the glass and in. Good play by the underclassmen there. And now the bench will unload for the Wolves with 3:12 to play. Almost wholesale changes will be coming here at the next whistle. Dooney nearly stripped. Good play by Valentine, and now he backs down Walsh for 2. Ward and Barr will play catch, and it'll be Barr bringing it forward for the Cougars. And he'll kick to Tino Shabai. The big man will drive in, dish to Walsh, and a heavy foul by Isaac Hill, and good sportsmanship there as Dooney and Hill help him back to his feet. That'll send the big 6'9" sophomore Walsh to the line to shoot 2. Cougars lead by 20 with 2:46 to left in this game. And Walsh unable to convert free throw number 1, and now the bench unloads. Reed will return. We've already seen him today. Now we'll see number 32, Darren Delaney, number 34, Tevin Dillon, and number 15, Javion Coleman, all entering to join Mayberry out on the floor. So the starters for the Wolves are done today, and it appears it's the same for the Cougars as well. So both benches will be able to relax. Reed, the lone starter, still out there for either side. And at this point, it's just a numbers game for the Wolves. Looking like they don't have the deepest bench today. Nice shot there by Reed. Will gain 2 back, and the deficit now under 20 once again. 2:15 to play. Not a whole lot of time here. And that ball is loose. Trey Ward loses it. Reed able to pick it up. He'll bring it forward. This is Mayberry. Coleman pulls up for 3, and he hits the triple. Nice shot for the junior, Javion Coleman. Oak Cliff, Texas native. And once again, Wolves trying to chip away at this. It might be a day late and a dollar short, but they're doing their work, and good play there, nearly stripping Shabai. Here's Valentine now working with it. And he'll get it right back to Shabai. Working against the big man Coleman. Bodies hit the ground. Walsh with it, under 10 to shoot. Ward fakes the shot, kicks it out. Shabai for 3. Off the mark, and it hits the rim. And here come the Wolves. Reed able to secure that pass. And he'll take it himself. Off the glass and in. What an athletic play by Reed. So with 1:01 left to play here, Ward will just wind it down as much as he can. Now Valentine will hold it on the far side. Not trying to do too much. He'll start to dribble once again. 6 to shoot. And a nice play by Valentine, just unable to finish at the rim. A good, nice play there, though, from the freshman. Doing the work. Here's Coleman. He'll pull up. It's a deep 2 if it goes. It's off the mark. And that's hauled in now by Dillon. Wolves looking to add once again. Reed, 3 ball. That's good. Jamar Reed having himself a day. And now the shot clock is gone. The Cougars will just walk this one down. And it'll be SXU winning 93-82 here over the Wolves. They'll improve to 8-3 on the season, 6-1 in conference play. And the Cardinal Stritch Wolves will fall to 0-10. I'm Ron Luce. We'll see you in a week. For Turbo comes here to the Shannon Center next Saturday at 3 o'clock. Until then, we wish you well from everybody here at the Cougars Sports Network.